welcome back to News to Me, where it might not be news to you, but it's news to me. In the last video, we talked about what fast food companies are doing to get that vegetarian crowd in, and we also talked about what you can do to get some more vegetarian options into your life. But today I wanted to look at one common thread that I've seen in a lot of fast food restaurants taking up this new approach, and that's fake meat. This impossible, beyond, it's not real meat. What is it? We know it's not meat, allegedly, but what is it? What is it? Is it meat? It's not meat, but is it vegetables? And what kind of vegetables is it? And is it grown in a lab? Is it okay to eat if it's grown in a lab? Is that, at what point does it become more than just function? So let's go back to the article that we were looking at before of the restaurants that have rolled out some vegan items in 2019. Obviously, we have Burger King up to bat up first with their Impossible Whopper, which is made with the Impossible Company, who we will get into later. The Impossible official launch date was moved up to November. Apparently the demand for it was so high that they got it ready even faster to sell, which for fast food, that's something else already. Dunkin' Donuts apparently introduced a vegetarian breakfast sandwich. Good on them. I'm wondering when we'll get vegan donuts if they haven't already. I honestly, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I didn't know people actually ate Dunkin' Donuts. I feel like Becky does. I feel like Becky likes Dunkin' Donuts. Becky, do you like Dunkin' Donuts? Because I feel like you do. Next on the list is Carl Jr.'s and Hardee's. So I already had one of their Beyond Burgers, and I think that was mid. You've already read my article that was in the pinned comment of the last video, but if you haven't, you can find the page that it's on by clicking the pinned comment that's going to have today's article. Next up, we have Del Taco. Del Taco has been giving some people some vegetarian taco meat options, and Chipotle, a little aside, Chipotle has already been doing the vegetarian options for a while, and they're really powering into it now again with their new bowl menu. They even recently declined to work with Impossible Meats because it wasn't for them. And honestly, their sofritas is already working out pretty good for them. I've had a lot of people tell me that they don't know that Chipotle has chili tofu. It's the sofritas. It's chili tofu. It's made in a bag like most of the meat at Chipotle, but I think it's still pretty good. For those of you who are trying to cut back and you want to try it, but you don't want to fully commit to it, definitely recommend just half chicken, half sofritas on a burrito or something. And if you like it, maybe try it by itself. It's really hard to slight these companies or see this as anything more. I'm conflicted because on one hand, I know that it's good that people are having more options that fit their lifestyle. You know, for me, I try to stay away from pork, so whenever a restaurant has pork on the menu, like at any ramen place where all of the broth is pretty much pork, made from pork bones, I kind of get a little, yeah. And it's not going to kill me if I eat a piece of bacon, but I just prefer not to, so I can really see where a lot of these other people are coming from. Not everybody wants to eat meat, and I think that's perfectly fine. So my question is, why even go to a fast food place if you're trying to be healthier? I think that's the reason most people are trying to, eat less meat. But I'm not even sure if it is healthier than meat or if it's the same stuff. Because I've been doing some research on this, alright? We've got some hard facts and research. First question, is it safe? There are things that are sold that are not safe, like cigarettes and, I would argue, alcohol. According to the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, they're safe to eat. So obviously they're safe to eat. That's why they've been approved in the American markets. And that's why Kroger is apparently experimenting with the plant-based meat aisle, which I think is, like I said, it's good that more people are having access to the kinds of food they want to eat. I'm all for that. And I might even try to play around with it a little bit too. Who knows? My experience with the meat isn't the best, so it's a bit too early for me. to completely dismiss it, but I am still wary. Alright, so the FDA says it's safe, but what actually is it? So the meat is commonly referred to as hema, which is another word for soy hemoglobin. From my understanding, they take the hemoglobin from the soybean and they extract it. Apparently it has its own kind of hemoglobin, different from human bloods. But they extract it and you take those proteins and they pack them all together, and that's what you get. That's how you get your burger, is a bunch of soy proteins extracted and mashed together. So I thought it was very interesting to learn that this stuff is just genuinely made in a lab, which kind of goes back to my question of, is it healthier than meat? Is it safer than meat? Is it better for you than meat? Would you see better effects from eating more soy hemoglobin? Would you see better effects from eating more soy hemoglobin than you would just regular meat? I'm not a doctor, so that decision is not up to me. But if you're asking me, I would say just stick to a salad. If you're asking me, I would say just don't even eat fast food in general, because all of that food is not what you want to eat. I would just say stay away from fast food in general. But that's just me. I live a completely different life from you. But that's the whole point of this channel, right? You're here because you want to see what's news to me. And this is news to me. If you're asking me, though, something that's even better than fast food is food that you make yourself. So that's why today's article in the pinned comment down below is going to be a recipe. That's right, a recipe for fried rice. And you're going to need a rice cooker to make this. But if you watch my last video, you know that a rice cooker is going to be worth it. And if you don't have a rice cooker for this recipe, you don't need it. That's the best part about cooking, is that recipes are just suggestions. So with that out of the way, don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and leave a comment if you have any topics that you think I might be interested in looking into and doing a little bit more research on, or just hearing my thoughts about. And always subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys tomorrow with a new topic, because as of today, that's news to me.